everyone, what is up? I am so glad you guys are here for today's video. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Teaya Joy. Welcome, and to all of my peeps who is a part of the fam. Yo, what is up? Hey, yo, what is up? Hey, yo, what is up? Yes! Yo, okay, so we are about to get in part 2 of my favorite top 10 dance breakdowns from the movies. Whoa! So if you have not seen part 1, I will definitely put the link up there so you can go and check out my first 10, but we're about to get into my next 10, and low-key, I may do another one. We will see. We will see, because y'all know say, but I want to get into today's, so here we go. So my first one is 13 going on 30, and it's the Thriller dance. So if you haven't seen the movie, it's with Jennifer Garner, and she has this dream. She just want to be older, and so her dreams come true. And so next thing you know, was 13, and next thing you know, she's 30. And so they needed some help with this dance that she was invited to because it was pretty stale, boring, and so she starts busting out in the Thriller dance. And so I really like this because it's just so much fun, and it's just great to see that she just knew exactly what to do, because her friend came and said, yo, like, this party is stale, I didn't know what to do, and it's like, okay. And so when she started busting out the Thriller, it's like, you cannot go wrong with a Michael Jackson dance, like, period. And then low-key, Matt, Jennifer Garner was played by, Jenna was played by Jennifer Garner, and then she has a best friend, Matt, and aka, yo, it's Mark Ruffalo, or Ruffalo. I'm saying that, hopefully I'm saying that right. Sorry, Mark. But, you know, if you've seen him, he's part of the Avengers because he is the Hulk. But it's just so cool to see him in here, and so it's just fun how they're doing the dance together. She brings him in, he starts doing, he's like, oh, I don't know why. And then next thing you know, everyone starts coming in and doing it on the floor, and it just seemed like a fun thing. And shoots, I would love to go to that party, just sit there and do the Thriller dance. I mean, you cannot, like I said, you can't go wrong with Michael Jackson, period. And then when he started busting out the moonwalk, it's like, you better, like, no, he did not. And it was just so much fun. So I really love this. If you have not seen the movie, definitely go check out 13 Going on 30. And the choreographer for doing the Thriller dance is Margaret Derricks, and also of course the original choreographer for the Thriller is Michael Peters, and MJ, which is Michael Jackson. So Margaret, you did an amazing job for 13 Going on 30. My second one, y'all, okay, is Girls Trip. Yo, okay, this movie is so funny, and I just really love how it's talking about girlfriends going on a trip. And I don't know who y'all favorite character is, but mine is Dina, and I'm pretty sure everybody gonna say Dina is their favorite friend. Now, I didn't have a friend as crazy as that, but I would say maybe a little bit, but not extreme like Dina was, because Dina was hecka crazy. But I just really love how she's battling. You have Dina, you have Lisa, you have Sasha and Ryan, and they are the Flossie Posse. And so they are like hecka hung over because of Dina, her crazy self buzzed their drink, and so they had to dance it out. And I really love how they danced against Simone, who was supposed to be the girl who was with Ryan's husband. And so this battle was straight up epic, because you see Dina, and then you have Lisa. They start busting out on that. Yeah, Dina and Lisa, and they just busted out in their dance. And then, you know, the girls, you know, Simone's crew, they did pretty good. But then when Dina busted out with her moves, doing to the Missy Elliott song, yo, like, she's a beat. Like, that was like, Dina Killy's like, do, and she had her glasses on, like, she killed that. It's like, you better dance, Dina. Like, that was so, oh my god, I just love her. This whole battle was dope. And then when they got to the line and they start doing their arm movements, yo, in the slide out, yo, they killed that. I don't know about y'all, they may have been drunk, but these girls definitely have some amazing chemistry and they knew exactly what to do. And so I would like to say shout out to Jamal Sims because he choreographed that for this movie. And yo, Jamal, you killed this on this scene. They killed that battle. It is so funny. And then later on, it's a fight, but it's like I really love this scene because they really own this whole floor. It was deep, that do like, oh my god, Dita. Look, okay, Tiffany, you is hilarious. Tiffany Haddish, girl, you is hilarious. So they all played this role, but I really love that. My third one is Uncle Drew when they were dancing at the club. It is so funny because first of all, I thought it was so dope. I really love this movie. Like, this movie is so great, especially when it's focused on street ball, which is something that, okay, low key, I'm just gonna say this, you're probably gonna hate me, but I don't too much watch the basketball, what's going on right now, because I miss like the 80s, 90s type basketball where the players were a little bit aggressive. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, all these flagrant fouls and the players flopping everywhere. Like, I miss the aggressive, okay, basketball. And so that's probably why I love this movie so much, because it was straight up old school where they like run into each other, like you be more aggressive towards the player to get into the hoop. And like I said, these days, like, I'm not saying the players today is not good, I'm just saying like I kind of miss that aggressiveness more into basketball. And anyway, but I just really love this movie, and it's so cool because you have Chris Webber's playing as Preacher, was super funny, was trying to dunk the baby. But anyway, I'm gonna go back. So the club scene is so dope because I like how it's old school versus new school, and so to see them bust out in their dance, and then of course Shaquille O'Neal, aka Big Fella, busts out, and he has to dance, okay? You know Shaq, him and his dance where he does his heart pump, and then he does this whole wave. I don't know if y'all see the video where he was dancing with the Jaguar, because you got that small mask and he was breaking. But anyway, it's just so funny, and to see them all come together, just bust out straight up old school. It's like, yeah, we may be old, but we got the moves, okay? We got the groove. And I just really love how it's a big difference between old school and new school dance, and how it's important to embrace the old school, because sometimes I think that the reaction from those who are a little bit younger, their reaction towards those who are a little bit older is like, man, y'all can't dance, y'all old, like y'all ain't got no grooves, no nothing. But it's like, if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for that old school street dance type style, you wouldn't be where you are right now. And on top of that, I'm gonna go a little bit later on that with another movie, but I just thought it was just really dope how it just really shows that you cannot shut down old school, because that's always going to be original, that's always going to be the bomb big. And I don't care what new dance out come out, if you don't know the old school moves, then like it don't even matter. Like, if you don't know the Cabbage Patch, the Kid and Play, if you don't know the TLC, like bro, like the Skeeter Rabbit, the Bobby Brown, like if you don't know any of this stuff, like bro, like get out of here. Anyway, but I just really love how you have Boots, played by Nate Robinson, and Dax, who's played by Little Rail, and then you have Betty Lou with Lisa Leslie, like let's go. Then you have Lights, which is Reggie Miller. Lights is my favorite person ever, especially when he was drying. You know, this boy can't see, he was just cracking up. That was so funny. And then of course Shaq by Shaquille O'Neal. You got Kyrie Irving played as Uncle Drew. Like, I just like how they had all the old school basketball players, and I just really love how they were able to play in a movie, because it's just interesting when they all retire from the NBA. It's like, what do they do? Not saying that they haven't done anything, but trying to figure out what's life after the game. So it's like investing more into their community and doing more to give back. And I just really love how they were able to come together for this movie and to just show, you know, it's just ain't nothing wrong with some street ball. And so I just really love this movie. And of course Tiffany Haddish up in here too. She's like, remember that, remember that, remember that, remember that when I paid for those shoes, remember that, remember that, remember that, remember that. Like, she is such a nut. Like, she is so hilarious. And the choreography, Jeremy Green, you did an amazing job. Like, that was that was a dope scene. So I just really love that whole scene with old school versus new school. Number 4 is Blended, and I really love this because, yo, okay, first of all, I love this movie. You cannot go wrong with Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is like one of my favorite actors, and knowing that he has his own company and all the movies he's done, I just really love Adam Sandler. So I just really love the scene when they were in Africa and they're outside and they're dancing with the dancers and they're doing the African dance culture and they're like embracing it, and then the kids go out. But who was it? It was Brendan. When Brendan went out and he started doing his do some pop, I was like, okay, so you see the movie, the boy is a straight up nerd. Okay, he's like a nerd, he's a dork, he's in love with his babysitter. But when he went out there and started dancing, that reaction that Lauren, aka Drew Barrymore, aka Lauren, that reaction that she had when he was dancing, that was me. I was like, you can break, this boy can dance. I was like, yo. And then of course you got Hillary, who was played by Bella Thorne. Of course the girl could get down because she was in Shake It Up and she was a dancer, but Espen can get down too, and I was like, okay. And then of course their little sister Emma, she is just so adorable. And so I just really love this scene because the kid can break it down. It's like, yes, you better break it down for all of us to see, because that was a dope scene. And I just really love the African culture, of course, dancing that they were doing, which is really sweet, and I'm a big sucker about different dance cultures, so definitely that. So my number 5, I'm gonna have to say, is Remember the Titans, when they were out on the field and they were going, ooh, oh hell, ooh, up the hill, ooh, oh, what was it? No, it wasn't up the hill. I thought it was oop, up the hill, ooh, oh yeah, but it's ooh, I feel good, real good. Like, I didn't, I think I messed up the lyrics. Like, that's what I really thought. I really thought that's what they said. Y'all put in the comments what you thought they were saying, because I thought that was saying up the hill. But anyway, when they go on the field, they're like, everywhere we go, people wanna do, ooh, yeah. Like, I love this scene where they break out the dance. It's like, because first, of course, at the time, it's all about black and whites coming together to, which is a true story. And yo, I'm a sucker for true stories. I love it because you cannot criticize a true story because it was a true story, and I just really love that. And just to see them all come together, be on the field, they're all lined up in their lines, and they're doing it all together to show that right side, strong side, they want a victory, let's go. Like, I just really love that. And so I just really love this scene when they start doing their breakdown of their song to let them know that they're together, especially when they just got back from camp and they're in school and they've been pretty much coming back out to the world and they're trying to be segregated again, and they're like, nah, but then I just love how they come together and they have to remember, like, yo, we ain't back at camp, we're in the real world, we still gotta stick together, we're still brothers, we still went through blood, sweat, and tears up in camp, we can't be letting people separate us. So to see them come together in this moment to show that, we got our minds right, forget about what people say, we are together, we gonna do this together, we're gonna play as a team, and let's go. Let's not forget each other because we got each other's back, bros for life, let's get it. And so I just really love this scene. On top of that, yo, you cannot go wrong with Denzel Washington, okay? Like, he did such a good job playing Coach Boom. The choreographer, Remember the Titan, was Joanne Jansen. And Joanne, like, you created a legendary dance scene. So I just really love this from Remember the Titan. Number 5 that I love is Norbit. Yo, I love this movie. I really do. Eddie Murphy is a nut, especially Respucia. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you? Especially Respucia when she's like, how you doing? Like, I just love her. Like, oh my gosh, I love this movie. But I just really love the scene when they were in the church and that Kate is about to get married, and so you have Cat Williams and Eddie Griffin, and they come in and they try to stall the wedding because Norbit is coming to save the day, to be honest with Kate, to let her know not to marry and Dion. It is aka Cuba Gooding Jr. Yo, I love this scene because Eddie Griffin and Cat Williams are a nut. I just really like how they started going to this song talking about love, and it's like, oh my gosh, first you got the choir singing, and then next thing you know, they just start dancing, and then he's getting out the basket so he's like, pay for your sins. And he's like, this dude was so funny. Them two was a clown in this movie, like straight up. And then I just really like, with Eddie, when he starts busting out his locket, yo, Eddie Griffin, this dude can lock, okay? Even though Cat was in the background doing the running in, but Eddie Griffin can lock. He can for sure get down. And there was a movie that I first saw that he was dancing. It was a Double Take. He was in Double Take, and he was in the street and he was locking. Yo, I was like, Eddie can get down, and it was so dope. But I just really love how they just start busting out and start singing and dancing, and he had the dancers, oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like, it was so cute, and I just really love this whole scene, because first of all, you got some pimps trying to tell the church about love. And I just really love how they just pretty much remixed the whole thing. And so I just really love this scene when they were just busting out and dancing. And then of course at the end he was like, Norbit! It's like, I'm so done. Like, it's so funny. It's like, no, they did not bust out with the whole choir saying Norbit. Like, I was just over it. But anyway, but I just really love this. And the choreographer for Norbit is Fatima Robinson and AJ Jones. So y'all killed it on this one. I just really love this scene with them dancing, and they got down. Okay. And this is gonna go into my sixth one that I love, because low key, Cuba Gooding Jr. can dance too. And so that's gonna go to my sixth one, which is Fighting Temptations. And you saw at the end, Cuba was doing some b-boy moves. I'm like, Cuba, when did you, sir? Like, he got all the way down. But I'm just gonna go into Fighting Temptations because this movie is straight up epic, and I just gonna talk about a couple scenes. But first of all, just seeing all the legendary singers in here, like the OJs, Angie Stone, Faith Evans, they had Steve Harvey, Michael Epps, Rue McClanahan, who is from the Golden Girls, like Melba Moore. Like, they had everybody up in here. Like, let's go. Up in Georgia. Eddie Levert, Bilal, Faizon Love, Little Zane up in here, and T-Bone, the gospel alpha made the funky boogie disco music. Like the rapper himself, T-Bone. Let's go. When I saw him, I'm like, yes, because, you know, I love me some T-Bone. But he was up in here, and then I also like how, of course, you got the gospel singers such as Shirley Caesar. You have Donnie McClurkin, Yolanda Adams, Ramaya, which is a dope girl group, Mary, the Blind Boys of Alabama. Okay, I'm gonna say this low key. I low-key did not like the soundtrack, and maybe because I was mad because Mary's song Won't Ever Change is not in there, and I really love that song. Especially you see the deleted scenes, you see their whole performance of them, Ramaya, Blind Boys of Alabama, and I was so mad because it's like, I really love that song, and the only way I can hear that is if I watch the movie, and I don't like that. I wish it was on that soundtrack because that was a dope song. Or Mary, y'all just need to do it and put it on one of y'all albums, because I got all y'all albums and I didn't hear that song not once. Okay? Or maybe I'm tripping. If it is, y'all direct me to that because I love that song. But low key, going back. But all the legends up in here, and of course you have Beyonce up in here who just lit the fire. But I'm gonna go to I have a couple scenes I like. So the first one is when you have the OJs and they're in the back and they're singing Down by the Riverside, and then of course Montel Jordan. I forgot about Montel Jordan up in here too. Down by, ooh yeah. It's like, yes, Montel. Like, Montel, you better hit all them notes. Like, yes. And then they scratch the beat, and then Little Zane. And it's very cool because I just recently saw Finding BET in the Little Zane story, and I just really love the fact that he was able to share a story of how he started his music career. If you guys have not checked that out, definitely go check it out. It's really powerful to hear his story, where he came from and how he got started and what ended up happening to him and why he disappeared. But Little Zane, was up in here, and when he started doing his introducing T-Bone, and T-Bone, the man can break it down with the raps like straight up. He's like, especially go flipping birds. It's like, yes. But anyway, but when the boys started breaking it down, what's his name? When this dude broke it down, I was like, yo, he killed that. And I just really love the freestyle that he did, because you wouldn't expect that, but it's like, I just really love that. And then, of course, my second favorite thing I love is when they sing "Love Rain Down on Me." When you hear that first beat, it's like, yo, I love this song, and I just really love how they were singing and dance. Wanna lay my head and dance, wanna give him all I can. Every time I call his name, his love rains down on me. Yo, this is this song. Yo, this song and them just dancing and getting down, dancing in church, and then later, as you keep seeing them singing, you know, the numbers are raising up for the attendance at the church, and I just really love this song, and I just really love how they're singing and dancing. Of course, Cuba, he's like the best choir director ever, because he was like, love is raining down on me, joy is deep inside of me. He was all like, he was killing it. I was like, what, Cuba? Like, they killed this. Yo, I just really love this whole thing of them just getting down, singing and dancing, and just singing how good God is and having his love raining down. I just really love how all diverse it was. You have people from prison, people who are drunk, people who are, you know, in relationship, and, you know, from all backgrounds coming together for a choir and just praising God. And I just really love this, and this is just an amazing movie. I know y'all like Fire Temptation, because Fire Temptation is the movie, period. I was like, can I just be in this choreography too? Every time I call the name, love rain down on me. Yes, like, let's go. But anyway, moving along, the choreographer for Fighting Temptations was Eartha Robinson, and we also have Sharnette Hurd, and then we got the assistants, who was Dave Robinson and Teresa Espinoza. And I'll list all the choreographers at the end, most definitely. And FYI, just in case you don't know, Chloe Bailey was up in here when she was super young. So if you guys love Chloe and Haley's music, you will definitely know what I'm talking about. And it's so cute, because it's like, oh, sad, she was very young. She was in here because she was playing as little Lily. Yo, I think I just messed up all my numbers. You know what? We just gonna keep it going. The one that I love is This Christmas, and I just really love how they were all as a family, and it just really talks about family, and I just really love this movie. And I just really love the Soul Train line that they were doing, and, you know, everyone is down and just getting down to the music, and it just really shows how family and how important it is. And no matter what you go through, no matter what you face, all together, just knowing that, being there for each other, and having them just do the Soul Train line, and just, you know, just bringing it back for real quick. And it's just a dope scene. And I know they do it a couple times in this movie. They do it at the very end, and they also do it like in the middle, before Quincy comes home. And so I just really love it, and everyone together, they all did an amazing job in this one. Am I doing this right? I think I just messed up all my numbers, y'all. Okay, and so I think I'm on number 9. Yeah, I'm on number 9. Okay, so my 9th favorite movie that I like is Rush Hour 3. I just really love the scene when they're in the club, they're trying to say Genevieve, and so I just really love the choreography first that the ladies come out and they do, which is really dope. It's almost like not the Godfather, but like a mob type style. So they have like the hats, they have the jacket, the pants that match. They just look like straight up, they're like assassins, like but in an old school way. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that Throwing Montana type moment. Like, I just really love the outfits that they were wearing, and the dances that they were doing. It was like, like, and everything was in French, but it was like Bonnie and Clyde, and it was like the French version. And so I just really love the choreography that the girls did. Like, I like how they were like dancing all together, synchronated, and then the girls, they like strip the pants, so now you see the females dance a little bit more female than the girls. They're still female, but they're more now like in the standing of dance a little bit more like masculine. So I just really love that. Then they leave, and then next, you know, they have the guns, and I like how they shoot at the car, and then it shows Genevieve, and when she comes out of the car so she could do her thing. Of course, Chris Tucker, y'all, first of all, okay, hold on. First of all, the intro was what killed me, because Chris Tucker is a nut, okay? He is a straight up nut. See him specifically, and he starts directing traffic. You know he in trouble when he's directing traffic, and he's dancing, he's doing some Michael Jackson moves. This dude is dumb. Carter is just crazy. But to see him come out and then he's trying to say Genevieve, he's trying to dance with her. Next thing you know, he comes out, he goes, the lights goes down, he comes back on, he's like, because I get to you. It's like, I'm so done. And it's just so funny because you know you know Carter is crazy. And then what get me even deeply to know that, you know, I'm done, is when Lee comes down on the swing, go, over and over again. It's like, I'm so done. They turned into, okay, I thought this was a club, and they turned into a whole musical. I was so over it. Like, yo. When I saw that, I was cracking up because I remember I saw this in the theaters, and I just remember that moment when I first saw it, bro. Like, I was dying in theaters. I was like, I cannot believe they just broke it out like that. But I just really love this scene, how they were dancing, and then of course the duo between Carter and Lee. I just really love that. They pretty much tore that up. But yeah, I just that was crazy. And the choreographer for the ladies who were dancing was Margaret Derricks, and it's very interesting because she did 13 Going on 32 as well, and she did some other stuff. So I think that's pretty dope that her as a choreographer, she did a great job with the girls, because the girls, they did kill that routine, and I just really love that. Now my last one, and I'm gonna take it all the way back, y'all. I'm taking it all the way back, and that is House Party. I'm talking about that scene you already know when they have their house party and you have Kid and Play going against Sydney and Sheree. Like, yo, this scene is straight up epic. And FYI, for those who are new out there and you're doing the Kid and Play and you don't know what the Kid and Play is, well, Kid and Play is Kid and Play. They are a duo group. And so to see them go head to head with the girls, yo, they killed it. So you have Kid and Play, they're going out, they're doing their thing, and then you have the girls, and they just start busting it out. I was like, hey, and then like kick it inside. It's like, let's go, yo. This was like the dope battle between girl and females, and then I just really like how they were like going back to back. But the one thing that got me the most is when they busted out and showed you why they are Kid and Play, and that's when they literally start doing the Kid and Play. And I just really love how they just going back and forth, and they kick, turn around, and kick, like they killed it. This is why they are the originators of Kid and Play, because they just killed it. I just really love this whole scene, and it's like, yo, I wish I would have went to this house party. I mean, I was young at the end, you know, at the end of the day when, you know, when this came out. But, you know, it just seemed like a lot of fun, and I really haven't gone to, and I don't even know house parties is even like that these days. I think there's just so much that has changed over the years. But like I was saying before, was when I was talking about Uncle Drew about old school, new school, it's like, it's just important that we just understand, you know, dances, and dances was fun back then. Like, it seemed like it was a lot of fun. I was younger, so I didn't really do these moves all the time, but as I grew up and watched stuff like Michael Jackson and Breakin' and Beat Street and Breakin' 1 and 2. Like, I didn't get into the house until a little bit later, but later in my life. But just to see it, and it's just so much fun to have people come out and just do some dancing was very dope. And the choreographers for this one is Tisha Campbell and AJ Johnson and Kid and Play. But the footwork, bro. Yo, the footwork is what really got me. And so I just really love how they just busted out that, yeah, Kid sliding underneath his legs and stuff like that. Hey, yeah, like they were killing it with that flat top, like, let's go. They like, yo, like, it's so dope. But, and then I just like how they were dancing, and then Kid was like, switch, and yo, I didn't even know that was Martin Lawrence on the DJ, like, let's go. He looks so young, even though I don't think Martin Lawrence hadn't really aged until I saw Bad Boys. I was like, okay, he did get some age on him, but he was still young. But it was just so dope when he was trying to say switch, and he would not switch it. He was clown. I was like, that's messed up, because he didn't want to dance with the girl. That was funny. But at the end of the day, I just really love this scene between the guys and the girls going back to back, dancing and doing their just the old school moves, like, let's go. And they were killing it, like, Yes. But that's all that I have. If you liked all this list, definitely like this video, share it with all your friends. Just reminisce. There's nothing wrong with reminiscing on just some good old things and good old movies and times and moments. And I definitely want to bring all of this. Like I said, I may do a third one. We will see, because there is one that I did want to talk about that I kind of left out, and it was definitely on my list because there's so many. It's like, ugh. But definitely will think about doing another one. Thank you so much to all the dancers and choreographers who are part of these movies. Congrats to you. I celebrate you, I honor you, and I say thank you so much for your hard work and creativity and bringing it to film, and I just really appreciate it. I will list all of you guys at the end of my video. If I don't have a name for the movies, probably because it's a freestyle, and so there really wasn't a choreographer made, but I will definitely list the characters because they got down and broke it down for us. So thank you guys so much. Watch my other videos that I have available on my channel, my dance reviews, and some great information about making good choices in life and other things that I have that's of encouragement to you, my backseat talks. So definitely go check those out that are on my page. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Go ahead and hit that bell and share some of y'all favorite moments. If I said some stuff from these movies that you really like in the moves, like let's talk about it. Put it in the comments. I would love to hear from what you guys have to say. Most definitely, because I don't talk about these just to talk about them. I talk about them because it's fun, and on top of that, of course, I'm honoring the choreographers because they're dope. But at the end of the day, I know we all seen these movies, so let's talk about them in the comments. Let me know your favorite scenes, moments. Even if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's out there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. And do not forget to make good choices.